Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Brian Dooley coming to you from beautiful Spartanburg, South Carolina. And with us today from the great state of Florida, because she's kind of on vacation, I guess, is Kathi Handt. And if you go to New Beginnings, you will definitely see Kathi there. One of my favorite memories of Kathi was I was getting ready to speak, and she says, as I'm walking up, I'm looking forward to what you have to say, but make it quick because I have to go pee. So
thank you.
yeah, if that's not the best introduction, I don't know what is. But that being said, so Kathi, you've been involved with New Beginnings for a little bit. Why do you love it so much?
Well, I'll tell you, Brian, it's all about family. And I've heard a lot of other people on your live broadcast say the same thing, but it's the truth. When we started, there wasn't that many of us. You know, as far as the board's expanded, now we've gotten bigger and bigger, and everybody's included. It's always family. And if you've ever been to New Beginnings as a new person, I think most of you know what Jim says as soon as he meets you for the first time, welcome home. And it's all about being home with family, and not just our families, it's our chosen families. So we've been coming to New Beginnings since our kids are younger. Our kids grew up at New Beginnings. Now Morgan has 2 little boys, and they're going to be at New Beginnings in May. So one is 3 and one's 18 months. The family's growing. And I'm hoping there's a lot of other little kids there because they get it. That's the best part about New Beginnings. It's family. Kids are sitting in the back of the room. They're not even listening to the speakers, but they're getting it by osmosis. Our kids grew up that way. The little kids that are in the room now get it. And that's the way we're going to carry chiropractic through our kids, our grandkids, great grandkids, and so on, is from meetings like this. And I don't think there's any place in the world right now that has what we have. I just love being there. I feel at home. I feel peaceful. I feel happy every time I'm there. And it's just great to see all our old friends, new friends, and just to be together in fellowship.
Well, I think you're making a really, really good point, because so often it's like, yeah, we're talking about this event so chiropractors can get CE. We're going to sit there and we're going to take our notes and we're going to go about our thing. And while you aren't a chiropractor, you're very important to chiropractic, because any doctor that's out there needs the support of everybody. And so you're making a great point where my wife will tell you that New Beginnings was the place where she calls herself as an outsider, as a non-DC, that she felt the most welcome. And so that's so when we're talking to people that it's family, it's not just for the chiropractors, it's for spouses, it's for CAs, and yes, it's for kids young and old, because it is great to see them running around. So it's not a stuffy environment. It's kind of like you're hanging out in your den or your living room with your best friends, just talking chiropractic.
Absolutely. When we go there, we all get together before the meeting starts. Everybody's in the vending area. And what are we doing? We're just commiserating. We're getting to, see people we haven't seen in maybe 6 months or a year. And with all this COVID stuff, there are a lot of people that haven't been around for a while. And I think this May meeting is just going to be incredible, because so many people are coming back. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's just a very exciting time. And we need it right now more than ever, I believe. So I think it's a really good time for us to get together and just be able to listen to the people, on the stage, because they're always great, no matter whether they're brand new speakers and they're nervous. That's one great thing that Jim does for the chiropractors and non-chiropractors out there, is that he allows people up. He sees their passion and says, well, why don't you speak next time? And all of a sudden, somebody who's never spoken before, who might be scared to death, is up on the stage. And when it comes from the heart, it doesn't matter at all, because you're getting that feeling. If the words don't come out right, it doesn't even matter, because the feeling is so amazing that we all get it. And that person might become one of the great speakers. I mean, we've had so many people that started at New Beginnings that became amazing speakers all over the world. And, I'm not going to mention all of them, but one specific is Jeannie Ohm. She started at New Beginnings, and look what happened. I mean, she's just one of the most amazing speakers I've ever heard in chiropractic. She was a love. She just oozed love and oozed chiropractic, and she got her start at New Beginnings. So, so much for that. And there's a lot of other ones that have come out, and a lot of ones to come as well. So if you're a new speaker at New Beginnings, you got it made. You're always welcome. Everybody's going to love you. So don't be nervous about that.
No, it was other than speaking to students in front of class. New Beginnings was my first
Oh,
talk
okay. Yeah.
ever. So I know exactly how you're feeling, and it was a huge help for me to start finding my voice, which made me, I hope, better in the classroom. I think it has because of the opportunity Jim gave. So it's not just, oh well, I have to do this, that, or the other. As you said, when Jim finds your heart, you're going to be part of New
Absolutely.
Beginnings forever. And I mean, you mentioned the vendor area, and that's what we've talked about a lot. That it's not just an event where you sit and then you write, you scribble your notes, or you don't, and then you go off to do whatever. Everybody just hangs out together in between the talks or
Mhm.
afterwards. We might end up at a diner at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Maybe if it's
Um,
open.
if it's open, exactly right. But we might, cram into a minivan driven by Andrew DeSaro.
Yeah.
It's just, how do I want to put it? It's kind of like, those fun moments we all had in high school hanging out with our friends. It's kind of
Yeah.
like that in a way where you just feel at New Beginnings, you feel alive. You feel like the world is perfect.
Right.
And so it's just, there's no better way to spend a weekend so that we can do Monday better, no matter what our role is.
Absolutely. And there are times that we've stayed up until 5 in the morning speaking. We love the students. And so when they used to be, I'm really hoping students start coming back, a lot of students, because we used to have 30, 40, 50, sometimes close to 100. Sometimes we've had more than 100 students. And we stay up really late. And we'd be up until 5 in the morning and then realize we had to be up at 7, again. So we'd like go take a nap and come back down. But we never felt tired. We felt alive. And it's because we were doing what we loved, just being with the people we love, talking about what we love. It always comes back to chiropractic, even if it veers off a little bit. But at New Beginnings, that's what you're getting. Pure and simple is chiropractic. During the meeting, after the meeting, at dinners, at the bar, wherever we go,
Right.
that's what you get, and that's what I think makes people feel so alive there. That they go home just so charged up that you can't leave there feeling like you didn't fill.
Mm.
Every single time your heart is full, your brain is full, and you're ready to go back and just change the world.
I love what you mentioned about the students, because students will say, "Oh, I don't have time to go." Now, listen, students, if you listen to
Yeah.
this, I know you go to seminars and I know you get your techniques and you get whatever. But what's going to make you better at your technique is having that strong and deep why. And it can never be deep enough, which is why I go back to New Beginnings, because I know that I'm better, excuse me, at what I do when I go back. Um, so we got kind of a cool celebration at New Beginnings this go
Yeah.
round, from what I understand. I don't know. Do you know this guy, Dr. J. Handt? Have you met him?
I've heard of him. I hear he's an okay guy.
Yeah, seems like an okay guy, but I was super excited to see that he's getting the Lifetime Achievement
Yeah.
Award. Do you have any thoughts on that? I mean, you're obviously his biggest fan, and so pretty cool moment, not just for Jay, but for the whole Handt family.
Yeah, it really is. I was really blown away, and I was really taken when Jim called me to tell me that they were going to do this, and I'm really proud because he's really done so much. He really has, and from the time we were in school, I mean, he got on stages when he couldn't speak at all, but he did get up. He forced himself to get up and say what was on his heart, and he's been doing it ever since, and he's been doing it all over the world. So I think it's it's a nice thing to do, especially while he's young and
Hmm.
alive. So it's much nicer to get it while you're living, right? So,
Exactly right. Yeah, we like how is it? We like it to be honorarium, not a memorial.
right, exactly. So, and I think it's going to be a big celebration, a fun time, and my whole family is coming. My kids are coming. Their significant others are coming. And my grandkids are coming. So it's going to be really nice for Jay. I'm very excited for him, and I hope he just sucks it all in, takes it all in, and just enjoys his time and his special moment when it comes on Saturday afternoon.
Well, yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be wonderful, and that's the thing about New Beginnings. It lifts up chiropractic, and it lifts up the people
It
in
does.
chiropractic. And this week, and I mentioned this when I talked with Dr. Gilles a while back, was traditionally, since I've been involved, there'll be a weekend. It'll focus on life, or it'll focus on
Right.
Sherman. It's focused on Life West. And traditionally, the Sherman weekend is in October. But we had to move Lyceum and all that crazy stuff. So thank you to the folks at Life. And it's neat that to a degree we're combining the weekend, because that's the thing that New Beginnings is about. It's about chiropractic on the front of the shirt and not where you went to school or what technique you do on the back of it.
Absolutely. Years ago, we never had that, that this meeting was this school or that school. It was all schools. And we've had students come from so many different schools. At one point, we had somebody who wasn't even a chiropractor. He became one, but he was a commodities broker. He brought 110 students from CMCC.
Wow.
At one meeting, and that's beside the Life West Sherman, and who I don't even. We've had students from many schools, so I'd love to see that again, and where it's just a big melting pot. It's a big melting pot of chiropractic students and people from all schools, and I think it's awesome that we have the presidents from both schools coming too. It's very exciting, really exciting times, because it's time we need to be together. We need to be together a lot, and just get focused on what the bigger picture really is. Because you're right, it's not about the school, it's about bringing chiropractic to the masses and allowing it to flourish.
And what better place to get together than the Jersey Shore?
No kidding. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a long time since we've had a meeting like this one, and in a new place, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, I don't know if you've heard on the other interviews, but I used to park cars at that hotel when I was.
I heard that.
Yes, so
maybe they'll let you do it again.
I know. Well, listen, as long as the tips are good. Yeah, as long as the tips are good. So, so folks, New Beginnings is May 20th through 23rd, 2021. I could talk to Kathi about chiropractic forever, but I'm going to hold off and talk the rest of it at New Beginnings, because I'm looking forward to our conversations.
Absolutely.
So if you're out there and you're thinking and you're on the fence about joining the New Beginnings family, it is an open invitation. Give it a run. It's time, as Kathi said, it's time that we all get together and lift up this thing, chiropractic, because we're the ones that are bringing connection to the world. So you can register at www.nbchiro.com. And Kathi, how would you like to take us out this morning?
Well, I really hope for those of you that are registered, you choose to call somebody that you haven't seen in a while, invite them to come back. If you know somebody who hasn't been, invite them to come. Let them experience what you've experienced, because once they do, they'll be back. They'll be part of the family forever.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful time in Florida with the grandbaby, daughter, and her family. And so enjoy your day in Florida. Please say hello to Dr. J. And
I will.
And I will, if I don't hear from you before, I will see you May 20th through 23rd in beautiful Asbury Park, New Jersey. You have a wonderful, wonderful day.
You too. Thank you for what you do. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye now.